find out. Starting live health. Testing 1 2 1 2. Let me close that. It's gonna be kind of weird. If you're in here, say hi. I'm just testing a few things here. Let's see if this starts to work properly. Says it's public. Let's see. I think I can hear all that. Let me turn down the aux a bit. A little bit there. Hey Gussie, how's it going, brother? Okay, I don't know if this is all gonna work like I'm trying. Dwayne, do sit. What's going on, man? Rick Hefner. Hey guys, not a planned stream, just a quick testing of some setup that I'm looking at trying to implement. But you're more than welcome to join in and help me out if you want. Just give me a thumbs up if everything is sounding okay on your end and looks okay. As far as I can see on this end, it's fine. It's not much different than what I usually do. It's just I'm trying to incorporate some backing tracks and stuff. Hey, Jack Clark. That's a new name. I don't remember seeing you in the chat. That's cool. All right, let me try this little thing here. Brad Egan, how's it going, buddy? Didn't know you were on YouTube. That's awesome. I know Brad from way back. Brad's a great bass player and guitarist and musician, all around good guy. So again, just doing a little testing tonight to see if I can make all this stuff work properly with the mixer and backing tracks and guitar. I'm gonna try with the Friedman here, and then I'll plug in the Les Paul and see if there's a huge difference. And then I might switch from the Mesa Boogie and the aux setup that I've got going right now and go through the Helix to see if there's a huge difference or not. But let me try this. I'm gonna turn off my mic for a few minutes here and just run this backing track and see how good it is. Brad, you just stumbled across the channel. Wow, that's a coincidence, eh? Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. Well, a while. I think I started doing some live shows really this year more than anything. And I usually go live on Monday nights. Sometimes I'll go live on a Friday or Thursday just to kind of do some testing, but it's not a schedule thing. But guitar is super bright sounding. Okay, all right, well that's good to know, because I think the reason that's happening, let me go to my mixer for a second, turn that there. Should be a little better. Should be a little better. It's really set up for the Les Paul. I just kind of picked up the Strat just for some light testing on this setup with the virtual cabinet that I've got running. So let me run it with the backing track though. I think it'll be fine because it's going to cut through a little bit better. Yeah, let's see. Better? It's better? Okay. All right. Cool. Let me just, I'm going to mute my mic first, and then we'll see what happens here. All right, enough of that. Tilt the camera down the middle bar, holding the neck. Okay. Oh, I think I know what you mean. All right, I need to, let me just try this here. Okay, that's as wide as that'll go. Okay. What I can do, I think it's because of my lower graphic that you're not seeing it. Agreed, Brad. Yeah, let me take the logo out, or not the logo, but the branding. I'll have to tilt the camera differently, but it's all set up right now, and it's going to be a pain in the ass to undo. So let me just remove. Where the hell is my mouse? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me go to that shot there, and if I remove that, right, and if I back up a little bit, let me just make sure I'm still in focus. If I back up that much, okay, is that in focus? Still in focus? Raise your chair, yeah, good point. This chair is a piece of junk though. I might end up on the ground if I try to raise it. Will it raise? Oh my God, what a dumb chair. All right. Is it good now? You should be able to see it. Oh, hold on. Let me, here you go. How's that? Hey, thrash metal, Marsman. All right, let me just see if there is Friedman, nice bite to the maple neck. So you guys should have been able to hear the backing track with the guitar, and it should be pretty well balanced, right? Sorry, didn't mean to. No, Brad, that's all good, man. That's why I'm doing these types of tests, so that when I'm actually doing produced shows that everything looks and sounds right. Yeah, I'm definitely going to adjust the camera. Just the way that it's set up right now, it's a little hard to do on the fly, so I will adjust that. Can you let me know in the chat if the balance of the guitar tone and the backing track were okay? I guess that's the biggest question right now, because the backing track is coming from my phone into the mixer, and then I'm adjusting the levels from there. But in my headphones, it sounds all right. It sounds like it's balanced. It sounded great. Okay. All right. So let me, I don't know if there's something. I haven't even checked any of these backing tracks. I just loaded up a playlist that was on YouTube that said backing tracks. So I don't even know what else is on here that's any good. Rock and roll backing track jam here. Let me see what that's all about. And then I'll switch the guitar. Okay, that sounded okay there. Let's see. All right, I'm just going and checking the chat here so I can see. Pretty good mix in my opinion. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Can we see better? Yes, even better. Okay. The mix was good. All right. That seemed good to me. All right. Lead was a bit tinny but loud, but overall nice. Okay, this one sits nice. All right, good to know. I don't mind the lead a little higher volume. At least it sounds good. All right. Wish I could use backing tracks, but I would be the backing track. Oh, Janice, yeah. I'm just loading backing tracks that I find on YouTube here, and I'll probably get flagged for it, who knows. Sounds wonderful on my phone. Oh, okay, well, that's a good thing. You got 3 stream tabs open. Only one playing at volume for me now. Cool. Gotta see. All right, cool. All right, well, I'm just gonna change the guitar here. Let me just click that and hook that. Grab the Les Paul. So the sound is really more set up for the Les Paul, which is probably why it sounds a little bright or thin on the Strat. So let's see. So now you get the Les Paul Traditional, and that should have a much thicker sound. Let's see. That should be much thicker than the Strat. It does sound that way in my headphones. You guys let me know on the chat if this one sounds drastically different, and if not, then I can adjust the tonal stuff on the Mesa Boogie back here. Maybe what I'll do is let me turn down some treble. Still getting a lot of that hissing noise though, but it's so much electronics here that it's picking up in the guitar for sure. All right. That should be a lot thicker, I think. Just needs a little bit more bass response, Rick says. I agree. Okay, a little bit more bass response. Let me see if I can adjust that right from my, there's quite a bit of treble. If I take down the treble, should be a little bit better with that. Yeah, I was gonna say to turn off mix. Could hear this. Yeah, well, I definitely, maybe I forgot to hit it when I was playing that last time, but if I'm playing, you'll, like if my mic's on right now, you'll hear, should hear some of that picking of the string. But let me turn the mic off, which I usually do. I might have forgot that time, but let me do that. So there you go. So you shouldn't have heard any of the mic at that point because I did turn it off. Hearing, he's learning Rain in Blood. Very close audio mic versus direct though. Not underwater sound at all. Okay. All right, because the way that it's, because with the aux anyway, I wonder if I switch to, well, let me try a few things first, and then I'll switch to the Helix, and then you guys can tell me what's going on. I don't even know what backing tracks I've got here. Let me just see. Hard rock, fast guitar backing track, and F sharp minor. All right, let's see. I don't know. I'll try it. What the hell? Got nothing to lose. Let me turn off my mic. All right, I agree. Oh, okay. I didn't change the pickup, I just left it on the bridge. Let's see, show that. Why am I hearing something? All right, hold on. Starting to hear stuff now. Give me a second. Let me just turn this down for a second. All right, it's just me. I'm going insane, I think. All right, let me just have a quick look at the chat. Let me see if I missed anything. My Darkest Hour. Yeah, that's a great song. I just know part of it. That's the problem. I haven't played that in so long. Thanks, Rick. Much appreciated. Let me see. Try the neck pickup. Okay, yeah. I didn't change the pickup too much. I'm gonna try something more bluesy. I think the hard rock stuff, it's a little different. Would thicken up the sound. I agree. Neck pickup. Okay. Brad, Jesus, man, you're making me forget you were a bass player. Thank you. Yeah, I haven't played. Well, I have a bass and I play it to record and stuff, but I rarely pick it up other than that. I've just been focused on guitar in the last year, and that's all I've been doing. Okay, cool. Thank you, Janice. Much appreciated. Not a bad place to go. Okay. All right, let me see if I can find a more bluesy thing, and I'm going to try the neck pickup, and that will probably thicken stuff up. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. It's got to be like a blues track on here. Everything is like friggin'. Let me see. Blues. I'll have to probably search it here. Backing. Come on. Blues, maybe? There we go. Blues backing tracks. Right here. Hang on, folks. We'll figure this out. Okay, here's an A shuffle blues. Do you want to hear that? I guess we can try the slow blues guitar, and then I'll switch to the neck pickup and the other pickups, or both pickups. I'll start with the. No, not that. Give me something. Let me try this. Alright, whatever. I'm willing to try anything. It's Friday. Grab a drink and enjoy.
All right, there you go. There's some blues. Let's see what we've got going here. Awesome, awesome. Bass plate. Cool. All right. So yeah, I tried putting the, well, I did actually put the neck pickup on, so that should have made it sound quite a bit thicker. Let me just have a quick look here, make sure. There we go. All right. I've been insane for some while, Rick Hefner says. Yeah, I know the feeling, bro. All right, let's see. Brad says still on the bridge. You know, I switched it up though during the. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So you guys could hear a difference, I'm pretty sure. One note to play them all. Sweet band. Thanks. Nice. Okay. Smoked a fatty with that one. Thanks, Rick Hefner. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. It does a lot to switch the beeps during the leads, the pickups during the leads. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still, because I'm trying to get that one sound dialed in with the aux box there that we looked at a couple of weeks. Well, yeah, probably a couple of weeks ago now when we did the run through, and. So I've got my cabinet and mic set up pretty good, especially for this guitar. The next thing is to set up rig number 2 for more of the single coils and the tellies and that type of stuff, which is why when I plugged that Strat tonight, it was pretty bright. It's weird, I play the Strat for maybe a couple hours and then I pick up a Les Paul and it's a completely different beast for sure. And the fact that the Strat has a whammy bar on it, which I never used to use a whammy bar, and any time I picked up any guitar, I wasn't a whammy bar kind of guy. And since I got that Strat a few weeks ago, every time I pick it up, I play with it, and I always get used to using that whammy bar. And then I pick up my Les Paul, and there's nothing there. And sometimes I go reaching for something that's not there. But I don't know. I like them both though. I like both guitars quite a bit. I'm probably still more of a Les Paul guy, but Foul Fish. Oh, never saw that name before. Welcome. Can the aux do presets? Yeah, the aux can do presets for sure. It has well, it has tons of presets built into the app.
and you can set 6 of them up on this knob that's on right on the front of the aux, and you can store like 6 there, and you can just switch the knob if you want to do it that way. But if you've got the app open on an iPad, you can just go ahead and pick whatever preset, and there's tons of them in there, and then you can tweak them to your liking, right? Because I've got a couple of mics on there, and I put an EQ on each mic, and I adjust it as I need as far as, you know, what kind of sound I'm looking for when I'm recording, because that's pretty much all I do with the stuff that I've got here is a lot of recording stuff. So Foulfish is a regular stream participant. Seems pretty cool, dude. Cool. Well, welcome over. Again, I usually do my streams on Mondays, 7:30. I'm going to be changing the stream, the live show, the regular live, the weekly show that I do, starting, well, this Monday will still be a 7:30 show, but I think anything past that, I'm going to be moving it to 7 o'clock, just because Ben with Canucks with Guitars is changing his show to Mondays, and he's going to be going on at 8, so unless I want to go head to head with him. But I feel that I can probably go on at 7, and then that way it gives you guys a chance to see his show and my show, so nobody's kind of stepping over each other. And then I'll see how that goes for a couple of weeks, and I'll refer to you guys and see what you guys think. Because since Ben's not doing his show on Thursdays now, maybe I can do a regular show on Thursdays instead of Mondays, because if Mondays gets too crowded, it's going to be kind of too much. So. And then I do these test things, right, during the week if I have some time. I was really sick last week, so I didn't do much as far as playing or streaming, you know, so that's that. Let me see. So you guys think that that's okay as far as the mix of the backing track and then the guitar, as long as I remember to shut my vocal mic when I'm playing, I think I'll be fine, because then you won't hear any, because you can hear that, right? That's just the guitar acoustically. And this is the other thing I look for when I buy a guitar always. I rarely, like, I'll pick it up and I'll strum a few chords on it with it's not plugged into an amp or anything, and if it resonates really nicely like this one and all my guitars do, then I'll pursue further testing with it and plugging it in an amp and see if I really like it. Makes a big difference. All right, let me try another thing here, see what this sounds like, and then we'll try some Helix stuff. Okay, so that was that. Let me try, now I'll go to the helix, and you guys are going to tell me if there's a huge difference from the aux to going. So let me just hit a chord with, this is the aux. Let me close my mic here for a second. That's the helix. This is the helix. It's probably a little louder. Let me just turn it down a bit. Right there. Still loud. All right, let me do that. It's quite a bit different. Still sounds good, but I mean, I've set up the helix with a patch. Obviously, when you hear my sounds are very similar. Helix on the aux. What do you say? Yeah, so yeah, when I'm talking about helix, I'm not talking about the band helix. I'm talking about the Line 6 helix guitar processor. So let's get that clear before we move on here. But the aux, you definitely, because you're using the Mesa Boogie amp into the aux, and it's basically giving me my tubes, right? So even though I've got this sound pretty good as far as the helix, and I'm feeling some compression and some stuff that you would feel in a tube amp, it's still a little different. It's different to me to play anyway, but I don't know how it sounds. Let me see if I can, instead of doing this backing track thing, I'll come back to the backing track, but I know if I play, I don't care, I'm not monetized, so I'm just gonna play something from a real band and jam along with it and see, let me see, maybe a Metallica song? I don't know. That'll definitely get me flagged. Where's all my Metallica stuff? Hold on. Metallica. Bear with me, folks. I'll figure this out. And Metallica right here. And we're looking at See All. And I'm looking right there. Am I still on? All right. Who knows, right? I could have got kicked off. Let's see. So that's using the helix as the guitar sound, which is still good. Add some bass to the overall mix in your soul, just my opinion. All right, well, that's good to know, because I need to know what that sounds. My buddy here just posted quickly. Holy works. Okay. Yeah, it needs more bass. Okay. All right. Let me think. All right. What I can do, because that's the helix. Let me just see. Let me go back to the aux. I just wanted to try the helix here so you guys would see a definite difference. So if I go back to the aux, the aux definitely is a thicker sound for sure. So let me try a song with the aux, if I can get my phone to cooperate here for a second. I don't know if I can do Master of Puppets. Let's see. Take that out a bit and bring in a little more mid. And that. Should be a lot bassier now, for sure. Oh well, I'll attempt to play a little bit of it. I don't know if I remember it, but what the hell, right? It's Friday night. All right. Okay, let's try this. Hold on, I'm trying to, because it sounds really bassy right now on the phone. Hold on. All right. There you go. Anyway, screwed up a ton of times, but I just wanted to see if I could still play it, or part of it anyway. Let's see. All right. Depends on your definition of heavy. Yeah. Cool. Cool. All right. So I think the mix is all right. Depends, I guess. If I'm playing these songs right off of iTunes here, some stuff is mixed. Like this Metallica stuff is different, one song from the other. So, but it gives us an idea of if that'll work. Let me go back. Where's my thing here? Should be a lot bassier now as far as that goes. I used to know that whole song, and I probably still can learn it pretty quickly because as I'm playing it, it comes back, right? So it's all right. I never really played it on guitar that much because I was playing it on bass. So I'm just kind of, as I'm playing through it, I'm trying to remember it on bass, knowing the chords, and then figuring it out on guitar as I go. So everything good on that end. I'm just checking my stream status. It looks like it's good. Dude, setup is really good. All right, well that's good. I mean, I'm still getting a little bit more noise from my pickups and things in this general environment. I mean, if I turn this way, let me change the camera, because the pickups are picking up a lot of electrical stuff because my monitors and stuff are right in front of me. So let me go to this camera here, and if I turn around, then you hear less of that pickup noise. Test 1, 2. I'm still there. There we go. So facing this way, definitely less pickup noise and static and stuff like that. That's for sure. All right, let me go back to my camera here, see what I'm missing, if anything. Man, okay. Let's see what we've got in the chat going on here. Trash metal. Okay. Cool, cool. A Santana jam, yeah. All right, so that, yeah, that angle is a lot different for sure. Let's see. Dave Byron, how's it going, man? I just saw you in here. Sorry, I didn't see you earlier. Cool. Yeah, Dave Byron goes live on Saturdays, on the weekend, all kinds of times. He's got a really good show too, a lot of good information, so check it out. For sure, for sure. Oh man, let's see. So everything is good. Is Brad still in here? Sounds good, sounds good. Bearded Blues, I like the other angle. It makes me feel good about my cables. I'm not the only one. Yeah, trust me, I got, if you saw the cables and shit that's running around the back of this desk and underneath, I try to kind of tuck them away as much as possible, but there's so much stuff going on in here. It's like impossible, man. It's all over the place. A few tweaks you made work. Good, good. Oh, cool, Brad. Yeah, Brad, give me a call someday. I'm sure you're, I don't know if you're still doing some recording. I know you were getting set to do some stuff, so definitely let me know. Cool. Yeah, so if you got any questions or anything, again, this wasn't a planned stream. It was just a quick test, and kind of like to do that once in a while and then have some live feedback, tell me what's, you know, what's working and what's not. So that's to make my notes and move from there and keep growing and keep trying to make this better. I think on Monday, on the show on Monday, probably going to be looking at the Helix setup a little bit more, because I've gotten a lot of questions regarding the Helix, the Line 6 Helix, and what kind of patches and stuff that I use and how I set them up with IRs and stuff. So I'll probably be looking at that a little bit more in depth on Monday. And obviously we'll be just doing some chatting and answering questions and stuff like that. So again, you know, 7:30 Saturday nights on my channel. If you're not doing anything, come on in and we'll have some cool discussions about guitars and music and all that fun stuff. Okay, Brad says, yeah, a small studio is almost set up. Good, good, glad to hear. Yeah, I have cable nightmare as well. It always starts out so nice. I know, it's crazy, right? When I had to redo this whole studio probably about, I'd say about 6 months ago, when I started getting more equipment in and had to reposition stuff. And I had it running real nice, and the first couple of things you put up, okay, cable's good. By the time I get to the fifth, you know, whatever device I'm plugging in and stuff, there's no more room. It's like, okay, whatever, just lay the cable there and move around. And Dave Byron says, yeah, the Helix does sound good. I'll check it out. Yeah, check it out if you have any questions regarding. I've got the Helix set up pretty good on my end, as far as, you know, I only maybe 2-3 patches that I use on a regular basis, but I've really worked hard on getting those patches to sound, you know, to give me my sound, and I'm trying to make it as tube-like as I can, being it's a digital device, right? It's not tubes, but I think I've got it very, very close. So still got a little bit of tweaking. And again, it sounds different. Well, I don't know, I'll have to listen back to the stream to really see how different it is when it's played through YouTube and when it's played here. It's obviously a little different. Brad says warm weather is coming, bikes and steaks. Yeah, man, I miss my bike so much. I can't wait. I was thinking about that this week. So I got a brand new one. I don't know if you know, I bought a brand new one and I got it in April, I think. I bought a Road Glide Ultra, the 2019 version. And I got it in September, and I think we only rode a few weeks, and then I put it away, obviously, because you know, winter and everything was coming. So I didn't get much a chance to ride it, and I'm looking forward to doing a lot more. It's really nice. So summer's coming soon, not soon enough, that's for sure. Bearded Blues dude, does the Helix have any settings for mic placement like the aux does? Okay, so the Helix, it's a different thing than the aux, but it does have something called IRs. And IRs are just basically a cab simulation. So they've taken a cab in the studio and they've modeled the sound of that speaker. So it's a 412 with vintage 25s, whatever. And they've also added mic simulation. So it's very similar to what the aux does, but the aux has the additional part of it having room mics as well. So you can put like 2 mics in front of your cabinets, like an SM57 and maybe a 121 ribbon or something like that in front of your cab. But in the aux, you can also set up a 3rd channel, which would be like room mics in the studio. So you could set up like 2 overhangs or something just to get some room ambience and stuff. And that makes a huge difference, believe it or not. I didn't think it would when I was looking at all the reviews and stuff. A lot of people were talking about it. And I figured it's probably going to be a little different. But when you play with it and you add that room, it definitely does add a lot to the sound. It really thickens it up, and it just adds a different dimension to it, so it makes it a lot nicer, I find. But the Helix has, like, if you buy a Helix in the store today and you go and you set it up, it has built-in cabs, and there's some mics in there that you can play around with. As far as when you're setting up your cab, you can say, okay, I want to use this mic and I want it to be you know, how many inches away from the cone and all that stuff. You can do that, but to really get the best sounds out of the Helix, I find, is you have to use third-party IRs, which are basically third-party cabs. So you go to a place like Celestion.com or ownammer.com and you buy a pack of IRs. So they're basically cabinets with all kinds of different mic setups and stuff. And you import that into your Helix, and then once you're in your Helix, as you're setting up your patch, you use those instead of the stock cabs that come with the Helix software. And then you get a lot better sound, I find. And that's the way that I've got mine set up. So on Monday, I'll go through it a little bit. And if you like the patch that I'm going to be looking at, and the one that I use the most, the one that I set up for myself, what I might be able to do is have it available for you guys to download, and I'll include the IRs that I've set up in my patch, which I think are Celestions or something like that. And they're third-party IRs, but I'll give them to you if you want. But yeah, we'll have a look. Dave Byron says, but the summer months is hot as hell. Yeah, well, you're in Florida, right? So you're getting beautiful weather right now, but when we look at June, July, August, so you guys got some really hot weather down there, that's for sure. I don't know though, if I had to choose and somebody said, you know, you can live in Florida but you got to put up with some really hot weather in the summer, but you get great weather the rest of the, like, you know, like you're having now, I think I'd still take that, because I hate winter. I can't stand it. Scott DeFouque, I know the feeling, Dave. Born and raised in Michigan, but spent at least 10 years in Arizona. This has been my first winter back. Sucks. Yeah, Arizona is nice again, but it's super hot there too, I guess, in the summer. But it's different, I think, because there's less humidity or something, so it's not as crazy as like in Florida, I think, in the summer. But it's still hot. I've been to Vegas a few times. Well, I go to Vegas every year. I'm actually going in a few weeks. But I was there once in July for some conference, and man, holy jeez, it was hot there. You couldn't be outside very, very long because it was just way too much. And the outdoor gigs in the summer is almost, yeah, I can imagine Dave Byron playing a gig in summer in Florida. You'd be friggin' sweating up a storm, that's for sure, and you'd have to be always hydrating because you'd probably run into some issues. That's for sure. Bearded Blues Dude says winter and snow are dumb. That is all. Yep. Winter and snow are dumb. Yes, I agree. I agree totally. And I come from a small town in New Brunswick, and they get way more snow than I get here in Ontario now. Like, I mean, especially this year. If I showed you, I don't have. I'll try to bring up some pictures on Monday, and you should see the snow that they've got down there. It is insane. Like they got blocked into some areas like a couple of weeks ago when they had that big storm and snow drifts down in the East Coast, and even the plows couldn't get through. It was that bad. It was insane. Now they've got the roads pretty clear, but on each side of the road, it looks like you're driving down a tunnel because each side of you is a big wall of snow. Like you can't see anything. It's just like 7-8 feet as you're driving down the road. It's insane. So we don't have that much snow, but Brad says, I don't mind snow, but I'm done with the cold we have been getting. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of winter. I do a lot more stuff indoors, which is great for if you've got, this type of hobby or whatever, where you're doing recording and music and stuff like that. So in the winter, I focus more on that. In the summer, I'll still do a lot because I really want to get 7 or 10 original songs done and recorded by the end of the year. So obviously I'll be doing some work in the summer with that. But obviously on the weekends and stuff in the summer, I enjoy just getting out on the bike and enjoying the outdoors a little bit more. But in the winter, man, I hibernate big time. I don't go out unless I really have to. Yeah, let's see. Bearded Blue says, yeah, I'm in Washington State. Lots of snow this year, so ready to move south. Yeah. I'm going to Vegas in, 3 weeks or something like that? I think I leave on the 6th of April. And I'm there for a week. I'm going to NAB is a big show that they have there every year. It's basically like NAMM for us, like musicians. It's the same thing, but for cameras and live streaming and broadcasting. It's the biggest show in the world as far as for that industry. And I work in that industry as far as like being a photographer and videographer. So every year I get down there. So I look forward to that because it's like a break after being, in cold and snow for many months now. It's nice to get on a plane and go somewhere where people are walking around in shorts, and you go outside, it's beautiful weather and stuff. And Vegas in April, May, March and all that stuff, it's beautiful. It's not too hot, it's just perfect. So I'll get out in the desert and do some stuff, some shots of I think I've got a couple of shoots already booked to do, so that'll be fun. Breaks up the year a little bit. Janice says winter started this week here. March came in like a lion. Yeah, I think Janice is in Connecticut or something, if I'm not mistaken. I'd like to move to Nashville. I was there in Nashville about a year ago, and I really enjoyed that place. And I think they don't get crazy winters down there. Like if they might get a little bit of snow here and there, but it's nothing like we get up here. But it's Canada, or I'm in Canada, so if I move to Nashville, I have to get all kinds of paperwork and all kinds of crap. it's supposed to leave like a lamb, right? Yes, yeah. Thrash metal, I'm particularly familiar with Vegas. Yeah, I think you're from Vegas, right, Thrash? I think that's what I saw in your, I don't know if it's your Facebook profile or somewhere I saw. I might be wrong, but I thought that you live in Vegas, which is awesome. Yes, God, Arizona's nice, but despite the cold, if Michigan is home, that is not too bad. Michigan is nice. We played there. Yeah. Bearded Blues. I think Nashville would be a great place to live. Dano, what is that? Dano of in New Jersey. Okay. Welcome in. When I retire, it's Florida for me. Okay. Yeah, everybody has their thing, right? But I don't know. I'm not going to be retired anytime soon, so I've got a ways to go unless I win the lottery or something. That'd be nice if I could, because I'm going to be 50 this year, and I figure I've probably got another good 10 years or more of working before I can consider retiring. Unless I want to move back to the East Coast and sell the house here and everything and buy just a small place down there, and it's a lot cheaper to buy places, houses and things. Could do that, but I'm not ready for that. So let me just see, maybe playing one more song here and then call it. And you guys can let me know. You know, you want a blues or you want rock? You know, what do you feel like? Blues, everybody's saying blues. All right, let me try to find I don't know what any of these things sound like or what they're like, so I'll just play one, and then if it sounds okay, then I'll carry on with it. Because all it says is, it just says minor blues in E or whatever. It doesn't really give me much detail on what it is. Let me try this one. That's loud. What's this one like? Just got paid. Yeah, that's a good song. I don't have a backing track for it though. I can play a little bit for you though. Something like that, right? Yeah, but if I had a backing track for it, I'd play the whole thing. Shuffle. Let's see what the shuffle sounds like. Nah. It's got to be something. Shuffle in G, C, a D. Let's try something in D. It's probably slow though. All right. That friggin' jam was long. How long is that friggin' thing? Holy shit, it's like 10 minutes. That's crazy. All right, let's see. Like that one, okay. I'm just gonna go back. Blues rock, just got paid, blah, blah, blah. Okay, see that? Well, Brian, that does sound good. Okay, thanks, Dave. Bearded Dude says, are you on the aux? I'm on the aux. I've been playing the aux for the last couple of songs. I was all the aux. I prefer the aux sound, obviously. I mean, you can still dial in the helix to sound awesome and great and stuff, but I find that using my Mesa Boogie amp with the aux is, well, for me anyway, I like that better. But they're cool. They're both good. They're both really good. And let's see, what else we've got here. For the Bearded Blue says, where's the link for his photo? Oh, the photo site is just briancote.com if you're looking for something. So just type in my name, briancote.com, and you'll see my site there. And yeah, if you want to see posts from my band SMEER as far as like live, when we were playing live, or the actual music videos and stuff that were released back in mid 2000s or whatever, if you just go on my YouTube channel and just go through the videos, you'll see there's one section called SMEER, and you'll see a bunch of that stuff is there. Hold on, his channel and banner. Yeah, there you go. briancote.com. Cool. Dude should enter something like this on the Friendly Blues Challenge video. Yeah, I haven't tried those blues challenges. Not that I don't want to. It's just I never find time to go ahead and do it. I'll do a couple though for sure. It's just trying to find the time. Every time one is released, I'm going, oh, okay, I'll get that done tonight or whatever, and then I forget, or I get to doing some other stuff, and then by the time that you know, I remember again, it's already passed as far as people, you know, submitting their stuff. But I'd like to do some. They discontinued my product assembly line, and I got downsized into early retirement because I had the right numbers and they had to retire me. Oh, Janice, yeah, that happens. That definitely happens. But hopefully you got a good package. If they had to retire you, they might have given you, I hope, good package anyway. Scott says, I've never seen you play. That was impressive. Most times I see you play over a backing track. You're just kind of showing off, but you played with the track, making it better. Cool. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I was just having fun tonight. Just testing some different routing that I've got set up here today. So, and then getting my iPhone to play the backing tracks into my mixer and then through YouTube, and trying to balance all that out. So, seems to be working okay, but I still can do a little tweaking to get it a little bit better. Bearded Blues Dude says, yeah, Scott played this song rather than the other way around. Rick Hefner says the aux Mesa is more organic than the Helix. Yeah, I find that too. I just find it that you feel it in the room, and you feel it under your, like when you're picking and stuff. I don't know, the strings and the guitar, everything feels a little different using like a real tube amp instead of the Helix. Not that the Helix, you still get some good feeling, because I didn't plug the aux in like last week because I was sick and stuff, and I wasn't really playing that much, and then when I came in the room, I didn't feel like firing up the amp and stuff. I just fired up the Helix, and I played a little bit the other day, and if you don't hear the aux, like if you don't play through the aux for a few days and you just play through the Helix, and it sounds amazing and it still feels great and everything, but as soon as you compare both things, you play the Mesa with the aux and then you go to the Helix and you go back to the aux, like right one after the other, I find that the Mesa situation is just more feel or more realistic to me. Well, it is realistic, obviously it's the amp, but you're still using the aux for your speaker simulations and stuff. And I can use the cab that I have here because I've got a 212 Mesa cab back there, and I can use the attenuation on the aux and, you know, run that and run the cab simulation and blend both things if I want to in this room. And I have done that. It sounds amazing because you're getting like some really cool thick sounds, and you're getting the real cabinet with the 12 inches. It's really nice. So do it exactly much better. Thrash metal plus, it makes me realize I'm fumbling around like a noob in the rock genre, but I'm trying to learn. You're not fumbling around, Thrash, come on. You're doing great. All right, so what time is it? Oh my God, it's 11. I think I started this thing at 9:30 or something like that just for testing, and it's already 11. If you guys got any questions or whatever, go ahead, pop them in here. I'll stay on for a few more minutes and then call it. If you want to hear anything else sound-wise, let me know. You know what I'd like to try though, I haven't tried yet, is my SG with the aux. Hold on, I want to try that just quickly. Give me 1 second. All right, you guys still hear me? Man, I haven't played this guitar in a while. It's different. Let's see how this sounds through the aux. It's probably not tuned. Tune this quickly here. All right, getting there. Oh my God, this friggin' G string. All right, should be close enough. All right, let's see. Yeah, the SG sounds great through that Mesa and the aux. It actually, well, these are different pickups than my two Les Pauls. Actually, I think these are. I'm gonna say they're 61s, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Well, we've got an SG. I don't know. Oh, the battery's kind of. Well, I think I got enough battery to run through. This might be fun. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but when you've got an SG, you know what that means. Let's put that. Here we go. Actually, before I do that, and let me check what the volume is on this. Wow, that's loud. There you go. Couldn't resist. I had to do AC/DC. And I don't really know the song. I'm just kind of jamming along with it. Let's see. Whole Lot of Rosie, do it, yeah. I like Problem Child better than a Whole Lot of Rosie. Just that like the. just like the way those chords sound together. Best 3-chord band there is. Yeah, you got that right, Brad. You have such great energy. I don't know. Let's see how the neck pickup sounds on this guy. Yeah, this guitar sounds great. I like it a lot. It plays very different though. It's like when you play, I played the Les Paul all day, right? Just kind of jamming along with that. And when you pick up the Les Paul and then after that you pick up this guitar, everything seems to be pushed that way. But it still feels awesome. It's so light too compared to the Les Paul. I think anybody that's into guitars, if you're like me, I was never a big fan of the SG. Like as a kid growing up, you know, it wasn't my like go-to, you know, best looking guitar or anything, and I never really gave it a chance. And even when I got back into playing guitar last year, like I just got back into guitar probably you know, January of last year, and again, I wasn't looking at SGs at all. I didn't, like, I'd see them on the wall and stuff at the music stores and I'd blow right past them. I just didn't even care. But man, these things are amazing. Once I finally decided, oh, you know what, I'm gonna try one just for fun, right? And I tried a couple and I wasn't really feeling it. I think it had a different profile neck, the ones I tried. And then this is a 2018 SG and it's got a slim taper neck on it. I guess a 60s version Gibson neck. And wow, it feels amazing. And then the pickups, just magic, right? I'm glad I didn't pass it by. And they're not crazy expensive. I mean, they're, well, they are expensive. I mean, anything over $1,000 is expensive. But when you compare it to like a Les Paul Standard or something like that, they're pretty reasonable as far as the pricing goes. Let's see. I gotta make this chat bigger because I am losing my eyesight because I'm having trouble reading it. Janice says I'm going to do some music, so thanks and bye. Hey, no problem, Janice. Thanks for stopping by and enjoying some of the night with us. Dang, Brian, you should do a proper cover of that song. It was awesome. Yeah. I had 74 Jailbreak on tape. Hi, Jan. Yeah, SGs sound nice, man. Man, those sweet single note bins, solid. Let's see. Putting some of your tunes together tomorrow. Okay, good. Dano Dan of New Jersey says, I felt the same way about the Telly. Now it's my go-to. I know, right? You have that guitar that never really did anything for you growing up or whatever, and then, I don't know, you try one day and it's like, wow, this thing is exactly, you know, where I'm at. I've got 2 Tellys back there, one Friedman, one SMEER, and I'm the same way, man. Those things are like, my 4 guitars that I tend to, I think, stick with for the most part are these, the ones that I've got here as far as body styles. Les Paul being my favorite, and then Tellys, SG, and Strat. Those are my I guess preferred. I guess I'm kind of a traditionalist when it comes to guitar shapes and sound, maybe, because I've never been like, not that I am probably things like Kramer's and those shredder type of guitars and stuff. I have nothing against them. I've never been really drawn to them. I will, you know, now that I've tried an SG before, I didn't even like SGs, and I've tried one and I love it. So definitely I don't discourage anybody from trying any guitar, and I'm the same way. I'm gonna probably try some EVH guitars and some stuff, and I'm looking forward to trying some of the new Kramers and things, just to try and stuff, and maybe that'd be something I'd be interested in adding to the studio one day, just to have one of those types of guitars, you know, available to try some stuff, right? But they play nice, sound nice, and are nice and light. Yeah, they're very light. They're not crazy Gibson expensive. High sight, yeah, I'm there. Yeah. Let's, I don't know if I've got anything else I can play. I'd like to play something with this SG, more of a backing track type of thing here. If I can find something that up tempo in G sharp, really. See what this is like. Not really feeling that one. Tribe bass. Oh. Dave Byron says, love my Gibson Les Pauls, but I can get really good jazz sounds out of my Ibanez RGA shredder guitar. Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen you play your Ibanez and stuff. They sound amazing. SG is yeah, Black Sabbath, yeah, for sure, man. there you go. You got your Black Sabbath on an SG. I hear you, different guitars. Bought a Jackson Dinky a couple months ago. Really? I've seen those around. Building and tell you with some changes now. Cool, Brad. That's nice. Les Paul build and SG build are in your. Oh, so you're building your guitars. Yeah, you're much more adventurous when it comes to that than I am. I just buy them and then play the hell out of them. Thrash says, I taped 3 songs today on Basics for Metal collab with an online drummer channel. Yeah, that's cool, man. I saw some of your videos using that bass thing. That was pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of those videos with the collabs, especially with the collabs. That'd be nice to see. Dave says, sounds great, gotta go, get some sleep. And yeah, definitely get some sleep, man. And I'll catch you on your live streams, Dave. Thanks for jumping in tonight. Everybody check out Dave Byron's live streams. I think he's on tomorrow at 1 p.m. and he goes on a regular basis on the weekends and stuff, so check him out. Thrash says, Brian, being a former bassist, could really take advantage of one. Yeah, I'd like to try one, that's for sure. Rick says, I knew you would know some Sabbath. I just don't request things. That's all right. Go ahead and request whatever you want in there, because if I know it, I'm more than happy to play it for you. But I don't know everything. I just know some stuff that I'm into, and Black Sabbath was definitely a huge influence on me. Building up a nice distraction from my bad playing. Aw, you're a good player, Brad. Alright, let me see. Where's my... I'd like to get a good track here that I can finish this night off with the SG. I don't know, I'll try this. All right, I'm beat. That was fun, guys. I hope you had a good night with me. Let's see. And nice 4/4 jam to close it out. Yeah, exactly, Brad. Just a nice little jam. Oh man, I've been playing for a while today, so I just wanted to. But anyway, thanks for jumping on. And remember, Monday night I'll be on at 7:30 if you're interested in any of the Helix stuff, the Line 6 Helix. I'll be going through some of that stuff. And yeah, I don't know. Whatever else we talk about that night. Usually cover a little bit of the news. There's not that much news. What did I find? I found something this week that I made a note of. I've got it somewhere on my iPad to talk about on Monday as well. But cool. Thanks, guys. Sure enjoyed. Great. All right. Glad you enjoyed it, Brad. It was nice seeing you. I didn't expect you to jump in my chat here, but that's awesome. Anytime, you're welcome. Just check out my channel, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little bell thing, and you'll be notified anytime I go live. And I like to go live and try all kinds of stuff, and studio talk or guitar talk or bass talk or whatever we get into, and that's awesome. Thanks, Bearded Blues Dude and Rick Hefner and Dano and G Thrash, Todd, aka Soda Pop. I think I saw him in here earlier, but I didn't. If I didn't say mention his name or whatever, but I might have missed him. But anyway, thanks all you guys for jumping in. And that's about it for me tonight. I think this was a surprise. I got a reminder set already for the Monday. Cool. Yeah, so Monday night, 7:30, and we'll go through some of that stuff. And if there's anything else I come up with on the weekend as far as things that we can look at on Monday, we will do that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So have a good weekend, guys. And I think the weather should be getting better for us here in Ontario. So if you're in Ontario, look forward to that. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions or things like that that you want to contact me, feel free to put a comment on this video or send me a private message. If you go on Facebook, you can find me on Facebook as well. My page is there. I post a lot of stuff there. I've got quite a bit of people that follow me on Facebook, but if you have any private message or something you need to ask me a question or whatever, don't be shy. I will definitely help you out if I can. All right. So on that note, thank you very much, everybody, and I will catch you on Monday night at 7:30. Cool? All right. Thanks, guys. Rock.